Nigga, you got a belt in his head? Oh, hell nah. Come on, bro. Come on. Nigga, this what niggas doing on the stream. Hey, man, y'all got it, bro. Y'all, hey, look, I can't compete with y'all niggas. Y'all doing shit like this. If y'all out there doing this, y'all got it, bro. Y'all got the game on lock. I'ma stay on the outside, bro. It's your boy Online Davo, and we back with another video. Alright, look. We got a video by Fuck DH. Streaming is the new digital slavery. And let's see what the hell you talking about, cause I don't know. That sounds kinda crazy.
To entertain,
don't say
to
shit about my hair, nigga. I need
others. How did streaming turn from something that was merely an innocent hobby to a multi-million-dollar industry that rewards its best clowns? That's what I want to talk about today. I want to speak on the various ways that streaming has turned into digital slavery. I want to talk about the chains that both men and women have willingly slid into for the sake of being number one. I think streamers have romanticized this idea of streaming to the point that the audience that is consuming the content doesn't understand the lengths streamers are going to entertain. But that's for later. I'm rambling, but you already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually start. What inspired this video was a clip by Quinn Blackwell that resonated with me a lot.
How do you feel about Twitch? I know you do it sometimes. Is it something that you want to do more?
Let me see how to make this nice. I think I have always said the biggest influencer will be somebody who gives their life to the internet. And that's what streaming is. And I respect it down. I think they are the Don Julios.
Wait, hold on.
Biggest influencer will be somebody who gives their life to the internet.
Ooh, she got a point. The biggest influence gonna be someone who gives their life to the internet. Damn. That is true, because you gotta have a certain vulnerability to like really get big on the internet. You know, it's kind of rare for people to get big on the internet and like stay unknown, or you know, it's kind of hard. So it's like, she ain't lying. If you really want to make it big, bro, there's a certain sense of like say vulnerability, or just letting being having your privacy, just having no privacy that you gotta have, you know. So damn, okay.
And that's what streaming is.
Keep it real.
And I respect it down. I think they are the Don Julios of internet creators. Would I ever do it again? No, because it gives a sort of digital slavery vibe to me. And
digital slave though?
Don't want to be a slave.
I don't want to be a slave. Yeah, well, thanks. Yeah, we didn't know that at first. My bad. Thank you for clearing that up. Nigga, all right.
That's crazy. I mean, that's a...
And I think this is just the perfect place to start, especially when you look at top streamers like Kai or Speed, and even DDG. His is a little unique, and I'll get to him when I get there. But as for Speed and Kai, to an extent, their freedom is limited. Their content has reached a point where it needs to be bigger and bigger, and it needs to top whatever they did last. Not only that, they become jesters for the chat.
Nah. Come on, bro. Nigga, you's a grown... Come on. Two grown-ass men.
Being influenced by whatever their chat wants rather than their own will. I think the funniest showcase of this was after Kai had left Jinxie hanging, his chat spammed L's, which instantly rewired his coding and made him want to go and play with Jinxie again.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Let's see. L Kai, what am I doing? Why does it say L Kai? No, tell Jinxie. Matter of fact, no. Okay, yeah. No.
Yeah, see, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Because, nigga, if you didn't want to play with them, just say that. You know? You letting the chat control what you do. Like, how you know? And I guess it's like, oh, this is like an entertainment thing. And it's kind of like if you're watching a TV show or something and you want to, like... That was a bad example. Long story short, you can't let your chat control you, but you got to control your chat if you're going to be doing a live stream shit. Like, you got to have an outside life, too. You know what I mean? And like, this is crazy. Like, when I seen this shit, I was like, damn, bro. Like, it's kind of weird.
I'm going to Jinxie, bro. Tell Jinxie they have him playing IRL, but nigga, I'm about to do a one-on-one. Tell Jinxie I'll do the one-on-one with him. I'm not doing it. I didn't want to do the IRL shit. I ain't gonna lie. I told him not to do IRL. Tell Jinxie I didn't want to do it. I'm not doing the IRL shit, gang. I'm not.
No, Kai. This situation, I ain't feeling it.
No. I don't have to chat. Listen, lad. No. Tell him come back on. He got on for real. JC ended for real. Oh God. Bro.
Nigga, how you trying to act fake mad, bro? Hey, how that nigga said that shit? That nigga was not really mad, bro. He's put on the act. I know that nigga was lying, bro. That nigga was cap.
This is exactly what I mean. At a certain level, you have to yield to the will of the masses, and it's scary almost, I'm not gonna lie. Seeing Kai go from doing IRL content to walking right back to the screen, it looks something like this.
See, we weren't here that long.
But it's like Quinn said, it's digital slavery. You have to appease the masses. You have to appease your audience, because that's what being at the top is like. You deal with the stress of disappointing people. So what do you do to avoid it? You listen and you remain obedient and you obey their commands. You have to become PR trained. And that's where the whole Coco Melon Sanat fake reactions and stylist allegations came from. When Kai reached the top, something flipped. Let's talk about that for a second. So like I said,
okay, I think I know what you're talking about, like his style of okay, I'm following you now. At first, my nigga, I wasn't following, but now I'm with you now. I'm with you.
At the top means appealing to the masses. However, that is not exclusive to the top. Let me explain. Even as a smaller YouTuber, there is definitely a push and pull between making what I want and making what is gonna obviously go crazy. Being at the top is sort of like that, but instead of it being push and pull, they're pushing you to appeal to the broadest audience imaginable, thus leading you down a path of people pleasing. But rather than you people pleasing in a one-on-one conversation, you're now expected to please millions. We be cooking Kai a lot for being an inauthentic PR trained man who has various stylists for everything he does.
Like, can I just react to the music? Like how y'all gonna tell me what I did?
Oh yeah, he snapped.
How y'all gonna tell? Oh my, that's so annoying, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, you see, hold on.
Yeah, they gonna think this is another fake reaction. So annoying, because I genuinely didn't know. Once I put something on my mother or my life.
But if I'm...
Damn, you know, that's crazy, bro. Because it's like, once you get to a certain... Unless your whole brand is you being you, and you stick to that, to like the, you know, to the day you started, then you gonna be good, because because you yourself is like the content, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like the shit you're doing is the content, you know? So like if you just like you said, if your personality shines, people gonna rock with you to the end. You know what I mean? Because if you being yourself, you know it's gonna be easy to stay with you, because you technically never gonna change, and if you do change, they gonna either change with you, or you're gonna have people that hop on the bandwagon because of your authentic personality that you happen to change to. You know what I'm saying? Because over time you change, so it's like, you know, just because you change, I don't mean that you're still not yourself. You're just a different version of yourself.
I'm gonna be fair to him, I have to acknowledge there are definitely pressures to make content that is going to do well or to act a certain way. So I'll give him a break. But that's why being at the top is slavery, because it goes from being an underlying pressure to nigga do it. But the nigga do it in the scenario is basically crazy chat full of parasocials, teenagers, and basement dwelling grown men who are willing to toss their last to donate or whatever. I want to take this time to mention Adin Ross and his identity as a brand risk. And outside of Adin being a horrible human, the idea of being a brand risk is the antithesis of the digital slavery we call being a top streamer. That's because you're saying fuck you to the PR, to the sponsorships, and releasing yourself from those shackles. And one of those shackles being high production content, which is kind of heavy as a topic in and of itself, and it's good.
Yeah, see with the Adin thing, right? I don't really fuck with that nigga Adin based off the shit he be doing, but it's like shit. If that's my thing is right, like I was just saying, if that's his whole personality and that's really him, who he is to the core, it's like, okay, that's you. But it's like he gonna always have an audience, because the people that watch him obviously watch him because of his personality, if that makes sense, you know? So he gonna always have someone there watching, so he gonna always be relevant, unless he just chooses not to be relevant, you know? And then, yeah, so it's like, Yeah, that shit, yeah.
And bad, but let's just fucking get into it. So with high production content, not only is it a shackle that limits what streamers do, it is also something that's a product of the recent reality showification that streaming is undergoing, which I have a separate video on that, but I'll be using points that I'm probably gonna repeat in that video too. Let's start with the positives though. So with CoComelon Sanat's recent disappearance being time for him to prep for his anticipated Mafia-thon, it was clear he was gonna come back bigger. He's one of the guys who's currently pushing streaming forward in terms of high production. For example, his Batman Marathon stream was crazy, and even I tuned in and had a little giggle at Reggie having a tism outburst.
Thing off the weapon wheel, nigga. What the?
Ooh, you know that hurt too. Hey, I know that fall hurt. Ooh, he fell on his side. Ooh, on the rib ski.
Ooh. I was practicing. I thought I had it in me. I ain't got it in me.
And Kai driving around his large ass property streaming to 160,000 people with a drone camera is insane, and that's revolutionary for streaming. And I'd be lying if I said this wasn't extremely cool. This is the new era. This is the evolution of content, and that's not an inherently bad thing. It only opens up new windows. You had niggas go from streaming Fortnite to high production content at the tip of our fingers.
What the fuck was that?
New windows. You had niggas go from streaming Fortnite to...
Nah, DH, you wrong. Hey, bro, you wrong, bro. You tried to sneak that in there? Come on, bro. What we doing?
High production content at the tip of our fingers. That's the future. And even Doodoo Garbage himself was locked in on his production. This nigga had like 3-dimensional polygonal effects and shit on screen. Granted, it was used for a Gooner show though, and if y'all want a video on DDG and the game show of Doom, please comment, because I was peeping a little drama and I had a few things I could add. But my point is that the high quality production is cool, but it's not everything. Because why was Speed tweaking over his stream lagging? And I mean, he was just getting straight out of body.
What the is it lagging? Well, I'm me and Tom Brady. Why is it lagging? Why is nobody saying? I'm talking to Tom Brady for 10 minutes about his Super Bowl trophies, and ain't nobody saying.
Damn. I mean, shit, technically in a way, that's getting in the way of him making his bag. Nah, this is crazy. That's in the way of nigga making his bag, pretty much. Like, shit. It's like, nigga, if the slower my shit move, less donations, less interactions, less, like, you feel me? So it's like, I get why he tripping, but I ain't gonna lie, you kind of, I mean, this is also the entertainment part too. So it's like, you know, I see why he doing it. I see why he doing it. Because it's entertaining, but he also mad too. But he don't want to say in a way like, he don't want to kill the mood. So he making him be mad, like a circus, like an act, you know, which is, I guess, which is where the digital slavery shit come into. You know what I'm saying? Because everything they do, they're doing to appease their audience, even if it inconveniences themselves. Okay, DH, you cooking.
Production! Production! Come on! This is the moment!
Hey, you kind of aki though. Hold on.
What is going on?
And before niggas say it, I'm not dismissing how he feels. And if he paid top notch, his production team better lock in. I agree. But dog, is it that serious though? Is it that serious? Is this what streaming has come to? It's so optimized to the point niggas are crashing out at their production team. Yeah, when I hear niggas say teams, my ears start jumping. I thought this was singles, but I loaded in solo squads. But not just that, in Speed's case.
Hey, that's lucky how I feel like, huh? When you starting out, it's like, damn, this nigga got this, nigga this, that, they got this. But it's like, you guys do your own thing. To be honest, you gotta go at your own pace, bro. Like, niggas, shit, your phone worth $1 million, bro. You know what I mean? It's all about what you do with it. So, I mean, all you need is your phone, nigga. It's on Wi-Fi. Shit, you good.
Production is not the only problem. That's the shackles part. This nigga has to have the highest everything. He's not allowed to have default stats no more. He has to min-max because that's what his audience wants, and that's what he has to give. That's what's expected out of him. He's shackled to the pressure of exceeding his previous achievements, and this hyper-optimized content is just getting to be far removed from what content creation originally was, which was just broadcasting yourself for real. But if you've noticed by now, it's nuanced. Like,
it's like this. Like I said, the whole streaming shit, at some point, it's just becoming like, I guess you could say it's like a live TV show, right? As the production get better, it's gonna just start feeling like you're just watching. It's gonna feel like you're just watching another TV show on Disney, on I don't want to say ESPN, but you know, shit like that. And then it's like once they go back to sitting at the desk and say they use up all their money on the production, they go back to having a desk stream. It's like they don't want to see that shit. We want to watch you go and sneak in the zoo. Like we want to go watch you jump off a moving car or some shit, you know, onto a trampoline. Like we want to see that. We don't want to just look at you, like, you know. So that's when it becomes a thing of you are no longer, your content isn't you anymore. You are your content. Right?
Many things, but that's still crazy because I'm not crashing out about that, and that's facts. But do you remember when Jacksepticeye talked about Mr. Beast ruining you?
Wait, that might have been wrong. Might have been the other way around, as in like there becomes a point in which you yourself is the content, so you can do whatever you want. But then if you don't use your personality and your whole brand is you doing crazy shit, then you got to keep on doing crazy shit. You know, they're not watching you, so you can't really switch it up. There we go. I fixed it.
YouTube.
Now, Jack, a completely unrelated question. Do you like Mr. Beast?
No.
Damn.
Jack, do you think Mr. Beast ruined YouTube?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
Now, in all honesty, Jack, why?
Because it became more about views, money, and popularity than it did about having fun.
You just don't think you had fun playing Squid Games? You don't think you had fun riding on yachts? Building wells in Africa? I don't know.
If he had fun doing those videos, they'd be longer.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
Oh, shit.
I'm saying that high production content is optimizing streaming to a similar extent to Mr. Beast's YouTube slot-optimization, which is only sending content towards this money-driven, clout-driven future. But instead of it being niggas easily hopping on trends, it's turning into corporate slop. And your favorite streamers are gonna be slaves to the material wealth and internet fame, and we'll move to the will of the machine. Fuck. Let's just talk about lust again. But what I really mean is content. This one affects both men and women. Let's talk about men first because these niggas be annoying. Here he go again. Think I'm tripping? Okay, watch this.
What is this?
And y'all want to know what's even crazier? People told me I was tripping for having DDG as my thumbnail, or that DDG don't even be doing girl content for real, and that I don't watch him. Bro,
nah, I ain't gonna lie, DG do be doing the girl content, but I ain't gonna cap.
The game show of doom, lust, and despair for a reason. This type of content is genuinely Karapika's Ninchain. It has the streaming community binded so tightly. And why? Niggas scroll their timeline and they find a shorty throwing it back, but it's on a stream. And I won't keep harping on how it's weird for kids because that's obvious, but let's just talk about how everything is becoming. I'm not saying
you got teenagers watching that shit that's just hitting puberty. Like, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be all freaked out by the time they get to 18. Like, those are the niggas you gotta watch, bro. The niggas I've been watching that since they're like 12. Those are niggas that don't be having no self-control and shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you pushing that narrative and you're pushing that type of content. You know what I mean? So you're playing the role. So in 10 years, when niggas complain about there being hella teenage pregnancies and shit like that, hey, don't say Davo ain't tell you first, nigga.
People can't enjoy explicit content or whatever. You feel me? I'm a nigga. I mess with it. But nobody got class though. Nobody classy with it anymore.
Yeah,
it just feels like it's an easy content trap that's obviously getting milked. And it's also content that's just being served with no substance. But get this. I think it isn't just how the content is, but it's the manner in which women are shorty twerking on the table, not realizing she is being viewed as a piece of meat. And personally, I'm not trying to view content that is serving me women on a plate like their food. But I can always.
But then again, she the one that's choosing to throw that motherfucker back on camera in front of hundreds and thousands of people. So, you know,
on the niggas, but women be feeding into this type of content just like the men. Maybe not as much, but they're definitely to blame as well. Even on DDG's show, India Love had to tell shorties to stop themselves.
I want to see more of on the show though, instead of all this the dream.
Yeah, she got a point, but she was also hating too. So it's like, yeah, she right that y'all doing hella sexual shit, but she was also in the show hating on niggas. So it's like damn, the person that you hate said something right. You know what I mean? So
That's going on. I want to see ladies being more attentive towards him. Like, y'all know he loves cheeses. Where the f is cheeses?
Wait, hold on. Wasn't you the one that was literally doing the flirty girl sexual content with DDG? Or am I tripping? Wasn't she doing that shit at the Stream University with Duke Dennis and DDG? And now she trying to tell them to stop being sexual? Oh, okay.
And when you got India Love telling you to chill out on the, you're doing something insanely wrong. But before I continue, I gotta say shout out to my nigga Omar, because he inspired this section specifically. He made a wonderful video about the current state of female streaming, and obviously it's in the gutters, so let me talk about it for a little bit. Back to India Love, she was right, I'm not gonna lie, but she herself is shackled to the lust.
Like what?
You know what my motto is? There's a bitch that turns 18 every day, okay? So you need to be on your shit, because a turns 18 every day. And I'm not finna be the bitch that used to be the cool. No, I'm gonna always be the cool forever and ever and ever. And y'all gonna know me as being the original cool LA. That's just what it is.
You see how because she wants to remain number one.
That sounded so corny, I ain't gonna lie. Niggas just, I mean, but there's people out there who all they care about is being, I guess, being cool. Like, she wants to be known as the cool LA chick, I guess. But I mean, like, damn, like, what is that though? Like I don't get it. Like, what does that do for you? I mean, like, ego thing, a pride thing.
One, she wants to be at the top. She has to absolutely embarrass herself, because what do you mean at almost 30 years old, India Love is competing with teenagers? Do you understand what I mean? Streaming is digital slavery, because streamers are bound to certain actions and behaviors that help them remain on the top. These things will influence how they navigate and
oh, hell nah. Come on, bro. Come on. Nigga, this what niggas doing on the stream. Hey, man, y'all got it, bro. Hey, look, I can't compete with y'all niggas. Y'all doing shit like this. If y'all out there doing this, y'all got it, bro. Y'all got the game on lock. I'm gonna stay on the outside, bro.
Express themselves publicly. And when it comes to women, this circle of content and the objectification of themselves is coming from the pressure of that chain. Excel, so why not keep doing it? Why not take the shortcut and blow up? I made a video on a shorty named Samaya, and her issue was that people considered her the community ball, but that's because she kept being in these lustful atmospheres. But why? Because she's shackled to that content. That's what goes up, so that's what she feels compelled to do. So everyone I've discussed today, in one way or another, is probably doing something because they feel compelled, or they feel controlled by the pressure to perform for others, or for numbers, or for success. A prison built on their own expectations. But it's like Quinn said, you got to give your life.
But I mean, shit, are they slaved to streaming, or are they just slaved to their jobs? Because the streaming is a job, right? So it's like, just how people be like, oh, you're slave to your 9 to 5, you're slave to this, you're slave to that. It's like, damn, they're pretty much slave to their job, but their job happens to be streaming. So they are producing content. They're producing the content that they know will give them money, but they're not thinking about how that content is perceived to the youth, because the youth is watching them. All they know is that they're getting money. There's some of them out there that care, but it's like, that's a few far in between. You know what I mean? Like, as long as the money's coming in, they're going to do what they got to do that's best for them. And then shit, if you a little 10-year-old that happen to think this is a good example and you follow me, that's on you, bro. I ain't tell you to do what I do. I just told you to watch. So, I mean, shit. That's all I got to say, man. I'm gone. Peace.